Out of billions of Arabs, most of them have not read it. The ones who have read it have memorized it very well, but it's a really small percentage.
I
And
s-
when you look at IQ statistics, I mean, not to get racial, you Arabs are not competing with the whites, so don't even. What the
I don't
come
Based,
for
get
us?
I don't get
You're
based. A good Muslim is a former Muslim.
I s-
please like give me a break, dude.
Based.
When I incarnate into your tribe as an Arab, I wouldn't go to America and try and change rules. That's embarrassing. Your land sucks, so you're here. Like go. If I was a real Arab, I'd just go stay at the Mecca. Why don't you do that? Because no one wants to live there. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Then live there.
over there. I still don't
Yeah,
get how they
and
get.
a lot of people, Zerka, try and get him back to Christianity, and that's not what I'm here for. I got millions and millions of people that I've converted with the Holy Spirit speaking through me. So guess what? I'm done. There are some souls that I don't want on this side right now. I don't trust them. They're unstable. I feel like they're going to do damage. You got to come to Christ on your own terms. We're not doing this forceful shit. We're not Arabs. So, and guess what? Let's be real. Right now, we don't even want you. We'd rather you be in an Arab country, right? That way you stop complaining and we're good friends. We want to hear you stop complaining. So, hey, if you hate America, fuck off.
I still don't get how they get it. They somehow every time wiggle out of the Aisha was 9 thing. They're like, I've seen them debate it a few times, like a few different Muslims and shit, and then every time they fucking like wiggle their way out of it, and they're like, no, it makes sense though, guys. She was 9. That's what our prophet wanted. You know what I mean?
And at the end of the day, Sonny is going to have 72 virgins. So it's okay, guys.
Facts though.
Zerka, did
So,
you see
72
did you see
fat, ugly
Sonny's tweet?
version.
He said, "I can't take Zerka seriously when we argue, but if I saw him IRL, would be totally chill. The online beef shit is never as deep as it seems."
well, I
Is that
mean, it
true?
is kind of deep if I'm trying for hours to get through to you. Is it like, bro, I know I don't know Sonny that well, but isn't it obvious I'm being a good friend by doing hours and hours of I'm telling you my personal stories I've never shared before, so you know what you're going through is not a unique thing where the world is laughing at you. Everyone goes through these kind of phases, these manic episodes, right? Not to like nullify it, doesn't mean it's all useless. There's a billion lessons there. Actually, if you didn't go through all this, your soul contract would be a lot weaker. So it's great, but it seems like, yo, how come there's no one in Sonny's life to say, all right, apply the brakes. Okay, we're done with this camel shit. Apply the fucking brakes. Like, and I've never been that family guy who comes to the family function and shits on the youth. I've always been the fun, happy uncle, just come in and just laughs and all that. But god damn, you're destroying yourself. Okay, if let's say I'm in Sonny's family right now, you're hanging around sweaty Arabs in a temple for a year and a half. At least do something normal right now. Or we just want to see you do something normal. Kick a football at the park with a white guy. How about that? Why don't you do something normal?
I feel like bro has no life left in his eyes. Like I haven't even really seen him since back then when he was making videos with you, but now I see him and I'm like, he looks angry as fuck. Like he needs to
Yeah,
chill
he's got dark eyes. He's got
Yes,
Muslim
life
dark
without
eyes.
Christ is dark.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yo, Zerka, what kind of like obviously okay, by Sonny's behavior, it's like when he gets challenged, he runs away, but at the same time he's constantly on the attack, just shitting on Christianity.
Thank you.
And it's like I don't know, he seems like well, I do know the nigga's fucking lost a shit. But
Well,
what kind of fucking like
he's constantly on the attack because there's an inner part of his inner world.
exactly that's what I was about to
It
say.
wants
In
to
some
pop out.
Jungian.
It wants to pop out, and he thinks if I attack Zerka, Zerka's the kind of guy that'll bring that out of me, bro. We're
Yeah,
gonna devastate you first. We're gonna
type
devastate you
shit.
first, and in a few weeks you're gonna go from limping to attacking me again, and then you're gonna come with
Mhm.
more momentum. But this is what people pay me money for. Like Zerka, be cruel to me, fix my life, bro. You owe me some money right now, little boy.
Yeah, bro, like what kind of fucking like I don't know, do you think this is his shadow just fucking fully snapping because he's in like a manic state?
Yeah,
Like
this is
what
a
kind of
cry
fucking
for
Jungian
help.
shit?
This is a cry for
Yeah.
help. And
I feel like it's on some anime shit,
I'm
bro.
not saying cry to help like he's weak. I'm saying look at his age. Look at the
Yeah.
people he's around. You know, like you know what you know how moms are. Moms are like, okay, maybe if I just don't talk to my son about his faith, maybe now we can be cool. You know, moms are so adorable that they don't want to step on toes. They want to whatever you're going through, son, I'll be there for you. And it's like, bro, you're pushing her away. No one's fucking saying it to you except random strangers on the internet that you hate. But that random stranger calling you because you're having a go at your mom, that guy loves you more than any fucking Muslim. That guy's telling you chill out with the whole religion. If religion and politics get in the way from you playing Scrabble with your mom, you are mentally ill.
Yeah, I wonder if he talks as much shit about Christianity to his mom as he does online. Like, how does the family functions go with Sonny?
Yo, Zerka, you know how you mentioned that moms are like they never want to step on boundaries and shit? Then do you think that this
No,
is
no,
his subconscious? Like,
moms love to be disciplinary until the kid is out of the home. When the
yeah,
kid is out of the home, the mom freaks out and goes, "Damn! If I piss him off, he'll stop calling." You know what I mean?
yeah. So do you think this is like a cry for help from his psyche to get like attention from his mom or his dad? Because
Well, it's a
like I
huge,
was thinking,
huge death drive on the father
mm,
principle. You become an adult, and it is weird because it's not about having a dad. Most of us have dads, but when we're adults, we need something higher. We need the father.
uh,
And a lot of us, like Sonny won't admit it, but he in his head thinks he's God. That's why he's
mm.
so bold with this stupid shit he's saying, right?
So you think it's some anime shit? Then you think it's some anime shit that's
I
fucking
mean,
going on in his head? Then,
when you're filled with fear, you do these manic things where you become God in your head, and then you
mm.
secretly hide it by telling people there's only one God, and it's not me, it's up there. But I have the answer directly for him, so clearly I am him.
Yeah,
In my role play, I am him, and it's like, bro, this is what I loved about Nick is Nick would never fall into these loops. And I always thought Nick was way more intelligent than me because it's like, how the fuck do you not fall into that loop? You know, like it's so hard for Nick to sound preachy, and he preaches a lot. I
mm.
love,
Yeah,
I love. Sneeko sounds really preachy. Nick does not sound
Yeah,
mm.
preachy, and Nick preaches more than Sneeko. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
How's that
Now
make
Nick is
sense?
smooth with it.
That doesn't
You
make
guys,
Yeah.
any
you
sense.
guys, as a Muslim, I gotta say, I'm a Muslim. So if somebody like goes back from, I'm from Germany, my English is not so good, but if a Muslim becomes like a non-Muslim, I'm happy if he finds Christianity
No, you're not.
because
You're
he
trying to get
still,
him
of
killed.
course, I am. I'm more happy when
You
he
guys
finds
kill people who
Christianity and
change
God.
religions.
yeah, I
Yes,
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
apostates.
it is
Yeah,
Being
that's
better
a
than
being
facts.
an
being an
Yo, y'all
apostate
be
atheist,
is
killing
right?
being an
y'all be
apostate is
killing on
punishable by
Muslims,
I
death.
feel
man.
like that's
Yeah,
cap, big
I
dog.
know, I know. Yeah, but at least he finds God and at least he loves Jesus Christ, right? I mean,
Yo, what the fuck? How the fuck are you in Germany and you Muslims, nigga? How, shit,
yeah,
convert to
I'm Turkish,
Christianity,
bro.
nigga.
Yeah, there is no
Convert to
point in
Christianity, nigga.
insulting me. I mean, you love God, I love God, you love Jesus, I love Jesus. So
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Oh,
why
but
here
do
we
why
Oh
go.
do
I
you
think it's a
God, here
why
shame
we
are
if he
go.
you
Build
why
a
are
loses.
you
no,
wall.
that's
Here
not the
we
Here,
same
go.
shit.
here's
That's
here's
not
the
the same
question.
shit.
Here's the question. Why are you killing people for switching their religions?
Yeah, that's crazy. It's not compatible with my moral compass.
But that's your
I think
people,
it's
though.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what your
it's my
book
people. I
says,
know,
though,
I know.
bro.
That's one point that I'm not 100% on, but like with the theology, it's a different story, right?
Zerka, do you think Sonny would
Yo,
actually be at risk of that if he like one day decided that like he was no longer a Muslim?
dude, I genuinely believe he is never. Dude, it's gonna take many years for him to, if he does leave the faith, it's gonna take many years because he's in so deep, and he's the type of guy that if his identity disintegrates with his business at the same time, that's a very, very depressed. That's the highest level of depression a man can go through is experiencing an identity loss with your money loss, with your clout loss. With this is a dangerous position he put himself in. And that's why I said if he became a more moderate Muslim, he wins. But if he does this, if he drops it, I mean, they are going to turn on him.
You think the same shit would happen with Sneeko?
Absolutely.
1000%, bro. 1000%. Sneako's way too deep in the hole, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking own
Dude,
this
what do you
shit.
think they told Sonny when they shut off the cameras? You don't think they made that very clear to him behind closed
Nah, they
doors?
did for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's be real, dude. They did what's called a grooming tactic, and
Yep.
every club has this kind of style, and this is shit you do when you are not confident in your own faith, right? And I don't think it's all Muslims, but that group at that particular moment did some really, really, and I'll call it was spiritual. They touched his knee. That's physically. And nothing will convince me that what happened there was not nothing. And that was the if there, bro, I'm telling you, if someone touches you on the knee and says turn the cameras off and tells you who to worship, you've been. Let's be
Yep.
real.
Josie wants to come up, by the way.
Who's that?
Yo, I
She's always
want to
on like
know
Myron's
something.
Spaces as a co-host.
Yo, guys, I want to know something. So, when I debate atheists in Germany, right? Then I'm like, I only talk about God. I'm not talking about Islam, because I think Christianity I see as a brother religion. So, do you guys see Muslims worse than atheists?
No, you're better than the Jays, but
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Most Muslims on earth are very chill, but we're talking about online world where we have spaces, YouTube streams. If we're talking about this world we spend a lot of time in, you guys are the worst pieces of shit on earth. I'm not even saying you guys are evil. I'm saying I've never seen a group more annoying than you green flag obsessed with commenting on every little thing. And it's not, I'm not saying this like I'm picking a side. I'm telling you, the internet has had enough of you guys in, bro, it's exhausting what you guys do to Jay Dyer. It's exhausting what you do to Sam Shamoon. It's so pathetic how you guys have to be in every single comment section. You could be in a Roblox comment section trying to do your little gay ass conversion shit and pretend it's Dawa and all this, and everyone's too afraid to talk to you guys because you guys will chop us up in the streets, nigga. Come try, nigga. The fuck, like, yo, everyone is so sick. In the real world, we have hookah together and it's totally fine. But in the online live streaming world, if there is a Muslim name, everyone starts pinching the brow of their nose and starts thinking, "Oh my God, here we go. It's the desert people." Like
even
I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
I
I
mean,
could listen to Destiny over the fucking online Arabs.
even
And you
my
know how I know?
Oh
You know how I know you
shit.
guys are exhausting? I don't know. I can't claim to know what Myron thinks,
yeah.
but I feel like even Myron is exhausted when he talks to you guys on calls. You know, and
Yeah,
he's
he
yeah,
really
is.
He
He
really
is
is, yeah.
100%.
yeah. Go
I
ahead,
mean, I
Josie.
have to agree, right? I mean, the Islam world is kind of toxic. People, I mean, it's like a projection. Like
Bro,
they
you're
do haram
Turkish.
stuff.
Bro, you're
Yeah, I'm
Turkish.
Turkish.
That if you're Turkish, that means you're way more intelligent than most Arabs. You're
Thank you,
like
bro.
you're the top of the food chain for the Arab world.
Yeah, it's a shame, Zerka. I just actually wanted to something about talk about something else, but it's
No,
not the
I
right
gotta say it. I
place.
gotta
It's
say it.
not the right
I, I,
time.
I gotta say something. All my life, everyone around me feels the same way. We love Turkish people, bro. Besides Hassan Piker, you guys are really awesome. Okay?
Yeah, Hassan is gay, right?
Yeah.
Fuck
You're better than
Hassan.
the Jays, bro. Wear that as
I
a
mean,
badge of honor.
I saw the stream with Elon Musk's son. That
Mm.
was gay.
Yeah. 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 All right, go ahead, Josie.
Oh, no, I was just saying, yeah, no, Myron can't stand he calls them the haram police.
Yeah.
He can't stand it. There's nothing that makes him snap more than maybe like women who yap over him
Josie, are
for
you
too long.
Jewish?
Oh shit.
Dun dun
Dun dun
dun.
dun.
Mossad Asian,
Yo.
bro. Mossad
Da,
Asian.
da, 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 da,
Cha-ching!
da, 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 da,
I'm
da,
spinning my dreidel
da,
for
da,
you.
da, da, da.
Boom, boom,
Oh
Tel
fuck.
Aviv.
Hold your pockets tight, bro.
Yo.
Josie,
Ew.
would you classify yourself as a Zionist?
Hell nah.
Really? Oh
Based.
wow.
I work
Huh?
for Myron. What are you?
Racist.
What do you expect?
No,
True.
Myron
Fucking
actually
face.
hired a girl who's a super Zionist too. Like he's very fair.
Yeah, it was like I think we're like 4 Jews.
Yeah. All
4
right.
Jews working for the
Myron
Muslim.
just
LOL.
said, no, just kidding. We love Myron.
All
Yo,
right.
Zerka, what do you think it's gonna take for fucking Sonny to fucking like bounce off of Islam's cock? What do you think it's gonna take from their
Sonny
community
needs date
specifically?
IQ.
Therapy.
I mean,
He needs
let's
state
no,
IQ.
let's be real, dude. If you're his therapist, then you say drop Islam, drop your money, and drop your social circle. What does that leave him with? Zero identity, severe depression. He is he's in deep, bro. He's in very deep. So we're not telling him to drop all that, but probably drop the whole. You're trying to debate people, and we're smoking you out the water, bro. Like we're smoking you like salmon, nigga.
Yeah, if I knew,
That's the
Yeah, he
funny thing.
runs
He
away
won't
from
even
the
debate.
debates too. Yeah,
He
he runs
won't.
away from
I
the
don't know. If I knew
debates.
as little as Sonny on that subject about anything, I wouldn't be like talking my shit about it online. I wouldn't be.
Exactly. Like, if, dude, if you're so bold hopping on, bro, every podcast he's on now, he's just like Islam propaganda, bro. He tells his clippers to like spread his Islam moments, right? Where he's spreading it, dude. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I don't even
like you
see
can't, but
his.
you can't hop on a Twitter space. Like, it's crazy.
And here's the truth. If you are that desperate to spread your content, 99.9% of the time, you're not doing it for God. You have a different agenda. You know, it looks very sincere when someone talks about God. And when it's this whole internet, this is my whole content cycle, this is the least sincere thing. Okay. I don't know how he doesn't register this. You're not getting away with this at all. Zero.
Yeah, he carries a real dark vibe with that shit. I just see. I don't even follow him, and I see his tweets, and I'm just like, all right, buddy. You know.
He could be trying to win over that whole side of
You
fucking
know, it's
money
funny.
too,
I
because they
forgot who
buy his
mentioned
shit.
it. I forgot who mentioned it about something about like Sonny's father or something. I do know, like, cause he mentioned in the video a while ago, like his father was like, I think he served like a or like a Marine or something. So like he was away from home a lot of the time. Like, do you guys? I mean, Zerka, do you think that had something to do with it? Like, a father not always being there. I think you kind of touched upon that.
I don't know anything. I thought he comes from a single mother household.
No, no, no. His dad featured on like a few of his videos when he was actually home. Yeah, he was like he served, bro.
Oh,
He's like a Marine or something.
oh wow. Wow, that adds to the whole. Are you just mad at the father? And the father seems like
Yeah.
a symbol of America. That adds to that whole theory I have.
Mm. Pure
Well,
animus cult.
it's just like with anything. I just think sometimes when we abandon something that's like a central part of our life, it's kind of like it comes with a bunch of attachments. Like it has like there's family resentment. Maybe there's like ideological resentment. Maybe it's like something happened at the church or whatever it
He's
is.
kind of,
It's attached to Christianity. So
you
when he
know,
abandons Christianity,
you know,
he abandons all that weight.
yeah, he's kind of retarded because he'll say something so stupid like, "This is what we do with my Muslim brothers. We eat together after we prayed," and it's like you sound like those blondes Zerka dates, and they forget everything Zerka does for them. Like, Sonny, did you forget we ate together too? Oh yeah, I guess us eating together isn't the same thing as you eating with some fucking Arabs. It's funny how he deleted every good experience he had with Americans, and it's like he's only had dinner with Arabs in his head.
Oh
And it's
god,
like,
that's
bro,
so
you
cringe,
just
bro.
did a you did
Eating
a
rice off the ground with
factory
his
you
hands.
did a factory reset. You deleted everyone you had a dinner with and good vibes and good times for these fucking Arabs. And you know what's funny? The guys that I'm mentioning, I don't know these guys. I don't have anything against them. And I'm attacking them, but I really should be attacking Sonny because like who the fuck are these people really? Like who are they? Yeah, I know two of them that hang out in these groups. I know. I'm like, why is Sonny making fun of a transgender joke to have a go at me when I can literally show him that his buddy Adam Sela fucked a transgender girl with that other guy and cummed all over her. No jokes, no pictures, and it was a whole big deal on the fucking internet. And you're fucking having dinner with him last week, and I'm thinking to myself, like, you really want to go into this topic? Like, you guys had sexual intercourse with a man. That's your best friend, Sonny.
He did that
And
shit for real.
don't pretend like that didn't have 8 million views, bro.
God
What's that
damn.
fucking
It's
That's a
like?
okay.
little gay.
They're just copying their
And yo,
prophet.
you know what's funny? There's like bunch of YouTuber names I can add to the list of they're attracted to this trans person that looked like a woman, and two of them fuck. It's all over YouTube. It's disgusting shit. No, me and my community are like, we're not watching this shit, and it's so fucking weird that they came out talking about all that. I don't know anything. I don't have anything against these people. All I'm saying is you last week had dinner with these niggas. Like, do not bring nukes. Do not. That's you're bothering me with your. Don't ever make a trans joke around me because guess what? The guy you're having dinner with that had a wig on, and this is. It's so weird that this is shit that I keep forgetting because it's so disgusting. I don't want to think of it. But I just open my Twitter and I see Sonny's little joke, and I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't go hard enough on this kid. He's joking about me. I gotta go a little harder. Like this kid is, and you know what's funny? I'm angry that he's still not here. I'm really angry because I'm like, bro, we can hash this in 5 minutes. I don't even have anything to say to you. You should just go listen to, you know, you owe me money for changing your life. You should go listen to that. But check this out. Sonny, we just want you here. We don't want to yell at you. We don't want to ask you questions. We just want to know, are you okay? You know, we're here as an intervention. We see your cry for help. We can't do this every day. We have jobs, right? But we're here for you because it looks like you're actually turning into a camel fucker in front of our eyes. You're worrying us.
I feel like it really would take some radical shit for him to like, switch sides, which is kind of fucked up when I think about it. But
Having dinner with men who double teamed a porn star who's transgender that other YouTubers. If I said some of these YouTubers' names, they're huge. I was shocked to find out how many YouTubers have done that. Like there's footage on her or his or she's phone and
oh, that's
fucking
brutal.
wild that this guy is attacking me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Yo,
bro.
y'all need to get off my boy's dick, bro. This is just embarrassing.
Yeah, who are you? Are you a
I take
camel
my.
fucker?
Be quiet,
I'm Sonny's
nigga.
boy. I take my shot with Sonny.
All right,
Be
so
quiet, nigga.
please, please,
He's
please
sincere, bro.
please
He's
talk to us,
sincerely a
bro.
Muslim.
Talk to
Like,
us. He's
Quiet,
Mexican,
nigga.
right? All right. So,
talk
Alhamdulillah.
about what?
Cam, where are you from, Cam?
I'm
Get
from
back on the
Miami.
field, boy.
You're a what? You're an Arab?
I'm from Miami. No, but I'm obviously black, bro.
Okay, well, you're a black Muslim?
Yeah. What does race have to do
Damn,
with
two
anything?
struggles at
What?
the
Well,
same
where are
time.
you
That's
from,
fucking
bro?
tough.
What's going on here?
I'm from Miami, bro. What is race have to do with anything?
No, I'm curious. Where are you from?
I'm from Miami. I just said that.
No,
You
as a
can't hear?
black Muslim, what country?
I'm born in Florida, but my parents are from like Jamaica and
A lot
Bahamas.
of
What does that
jig.
have to do with anything? What does
But
that have to do with like the truth?
you're a
Like,
Jamaican Muslim black guy for some.
what is race have to do with the
I'm
truth?
introducing you to the podcast. What the fuck?
Why do you follow the Quran, big dog?
All right,
Yo,
so
Cam, that's not a good idea. Don't debate. It's stupid.
I'm
It's
just
stupid.
no,
asking.
It
we
has
can
I'm
just
no
just
talk.
point.
curious.
It's not a debate. We're just talking. We're just talking. So what's it called?
Yeah, Cam. The
What's
whole
good?
the whole premise here is
We're just talking, bro.
Sonny attacking the Christians, right? Do you think that's fair?
No, I just think he knows that he's
Do you
right, and he just wants to guide people. That's like the whole purpose of like the Quran and like the Prophet Muhammad, the final prophet. Like we just believe that the Jews and the Christians, they're just like led astray.
so
That's it, and
why
we
don't
just want
you
to. We're
why
giving
don't
them the opportunity
why don't you go to
to
Damn.
why don't you go to
follow God alone. That's it.
why don't you
That's
go to an
it.
Arab nation?
Sorry. Why would
Why
I
don't
go to?
yeah,
Why
why
don't
not
I go
go
to
to
an Arab nation?
yeah.
Because I don't have to.
I mean it's not about have to. You make it sound like prison.
How's it prison?
No one's forcing me. I don't have to. Like, what the
I
fuck,
mean, I
dude?
have to for Hajj, but other than that, I don't
You
have
should
to.
want to.
Why?
I don't
Yeah,
have
bro.
to.
That's a
Why are you
country.
using that
That's a country,
language? Why are you saying I don't have to?
bro. That's a country that's
I don't
built
have to
on a
live in
fucking
a different
book
Don't
that
make
you
country
me
because I'm
do
believe
it.
Muslim.
in, bro. So
I
go
can live here and
there.
still be Muslim. It doesn't have anything to do with the
So
religion.
why do you live in a Christian-built country then? Although it's probably we could agree that's mostly Jewish now, but
I'm born here, bro.
regardless.
What does this have to do with it?
Because if Islam's so fire, then go to a country that was built on its fucking principles.
I mean,
Sharia law and stuff.
yo, Cam,
Yeah.
Either
think of
way, where
like
I live
Cam.
doesn't
Let me help you.
decide if
Cam,
Islam's
let me
right or
help you.
not.
You and Sonny want to convert people to Muslims. There's a lot of Arabs who are atheists, who don't know anything about their Quran, that you guys, those guys are closer to converting than any American.
I
Go
was
to Arab nations and convert the Arabs that have not taken their Shahada yet. You have billions of people who are lukewarm. You can convert. You don't got to do this in America with Sonny.
I was just talking to Sonny. I don't think he even wants to like stoop to like this level. Like it's like 2 in the morning, and
Yeah.
you guys are just all like sitting just talking about one guy. Like this is kind of embarrassing,
We're trying to help him, bro. We care
Kind of
about
talk
him.
like a woman,
bro.
bro.
You
I'm not
guys are
gonna
the
lie.
one that needs help. You
Sound
guys
like a
can't even
sound
explain your
like a
findings.
Cam. You kind of talk like a woman. Like you're here on a
But
podcast.
It's
Cam,
late
is
at
it
night,
is it
bro.
really fair? Fair enough. He wants to go on podcast. He wants to go on social media and like talk so big about
Yep.
Islam, right? Like it's like this big thing, right? But why is he not? If you're so bold in your faith, you should be bold enough to have a discussion with someone with an opposing view, like a Christian or something. But he doesn't even want to do that. Like, dude, if you're so bold in your faith, you should be able to do that. No.
Well,
Okay,
also,
but just saying, like Islamic countries throw you off a building if you fuck a transgender in the ass. Does he know that?
that's a good point.
Where does it say that in the Quran or Hadith? Like where are you
I'm
getting
just
this
Go
from?
saying
see
what
it, bro. Go
is.
see it for yourself, bro.
I know for fucking
Josie,
a
what are you,
1000%
double
this
I
A?
guy
know for a
doesn't know
fact they
anything
don't
about the
care.
Quran.
Bro,
Jo-
just the way you guys talk is just
Josie,
like
why are you making them look cool? Are you a
it's
double
just
agent?
so insincere. Like I know
Cam,
you guys want to make
Cam,
like jokes and
Cam,
stuff, but
you're
like if you want
Cam,
to just have like an
Cam,
actual like
Cam.
grown conversation, not
Everything
like
you're
oh
saying,
bro,
Cam, everything
what's
you're
up?
saying, everything you're saying about you guys are attacking a kid, and
No,
bro,
you guys
we're
are.
responding to the idiot.
Yeah, Sonny's a grown man
You
too.
just
He's been talking mad shit, bro. He should be just fine
It's
with
been a
this.
year and a half of this, and you know what's funny,
he's saying
Cam?
he's
You know what's funny?
criticizing how
He's
could
not
God be
I'll
lying?
say it
criticizing.
like this, bro. I don't think Sonny converted one soul. Let's be
He
real.
can.
Oof,
Real shit.
I'm literally
oof.
the first person he got to take a shot at.
What, he converted you?
Yeah, I mean not
You
converted,
bought his
but
course?
literally
Wait, you
before.
bought his course?
What
This
the
is where
You
we
heck?
might be
talk
worse
about
than
race
Sonny, bro.
IQ.
Fuck.
This
Yo,
club
you
is a
bought his
weird.
course,
So
bro. Let's
how are you
fucking
guys gonna? Can
go.
you guys explain to me how God died? Are we gonna like if
Oh
we're not
god.
like say
Yeah.
like
Can you explain how your
instead of
God
making
has?
jokes and
Doesn't
instead
your
of making
God?
jokes about the religion,
Doesn't your
let's actually
God
talk
have
about the
two
religion instead
left
of making
feet?
jokes.
Why does your God have two left feet? I never understood that. Is he spinning in circles? Like, what's he doing?
All right, so
Wait,
when he
actually,
talks about having feet,
I have a
Yeah.
it
No.
legitimate
Let's
isn't
hear
question.
the
I have a
feet
it
question.
thing.
isn't comparing. It's not.
Wait, I have a legitimate question, real quick.
What's up?
Cam. So I know I've spoken to you plenty of times. You go way back.
Yeah.
Quick question: when it comes to the Quran, right?
What's up?
Um, what was Jesus' purpose the first time he walked the earth?
He came to send a message like all the other prophets
What
to
message?
a specific group of people.
But his message
What
was
message?
Oh,
overpowered. It's too
No, no.
strong now.
it's
Wait,
Super Saiyan,
I want to
bro.
know. I want to know this.
Yo, can I
What
talk to
message?
one person at a time? Like I don't want all these
All right.
people
So
to
Nigga.
stick with me
You're
real quick.
Yeah,
overwhelming
yeah.
him,
What
guys.
message did
No, I just can't hear
one
multiple
person?
people at the same time.
One person. I just have this one. If you can answer this question,
What's up?
what was his first? What was his mission? If he's the Messiah, right? The Messiah mission is completed in his return. What was his mission when he first walked the earth in Islam?
He was leading a specific group of people for that time.
For what? Every prophet had a mission,
Yeah,
right? What was Jesus' mission when he was born? Right? He spoke as a baby, and he says, "You will understand that I have been born. I will die, and I will die, and I will be resurrected." What was his mission? If his messiahship is completed in his return, what was his mission? Why was he even sent to Earth, in the first place?
he was sent to for the group of people that the for his time period to just worship God
Exactly.
alone.
There's okay. The answer is no. There is none. There's no purpose
I
because
just told you the same mission that Abraham had, the same mission that Noah had, the same mission that Adam had. They have the same mission, the same
no,
mission that Muhammad
no, no,
has.
no. They had different. Every prophet had an
It's
actual
slightly
mission and
different. It's
purpose.
slightly different, but
No, no, no. Actually, no. This is actually true because I've spoken to many Muslims, and they'll say, "Well, God had a purpose." They won't answer it specifically because they know there is none. Jesus' first walk on the earth in the Quran, there's no actual purpose. The reason why there's no purpose because Islam leaves out the fact that he walked the earth the first time to sacrifice his life. That was the main thing to even out the scales. But because
wait,
they don't
you don't believe that
specifically,
Cam,
Jesus is God, right? I'm
Cam,
sure for sure you
Cam,
don't
well,
believe he's
actually, if
God.
you actually stick to the
Cam.
Quran,
Can I ask you
What's up?
who holds judgment for all man's souls?
God.
Then why in your Quran does it say Jesus does that?
Where does it say that?
Get the fuck off this
It
call.
doesn't
You
Bro,
say
you don't
that.
suck.
even know your religion,
You
bro.
It
suck. You
doesn't
got
say that.
Bro,
obliterated.
bro came
You got
unprepared, bro.
fucking
What the fuck?
obliterated.
Yo, he's
Get the
worse
Where
than
does it
fuck.
say
Sonny,
that? It
bro.
What
He's
doesn't.
the
worse.
fuck?
God,
Are you gonna seriously pretend now? Get
it
the
doesn't say
fuck
that.
off the
I read the
call,
Quran,
bro.
bro.
Are you? We've
G-
had this debate
God is the
with
only one that
scholars,
decides.
and we've
God
had
is
this
the
debate
final
with
judge.
Muslim scholars, and they even admit it. Why not you?
God is the final judge. Jesus does not
Are you
decide
sure
who.
about that?
Bro, we
Yes.
got AI on that on Twitter, bro. You could literally ask
So
AI
you're
right now.
saying
It'll
Jesus
literally decide
decides
Hey,
right
ask
now.
Grok,
who goes?
homie.
Bro, you can't come here and lie,
Ask
Cam. At
Grok.
least get the
You're,
Quran
wait, wait,
correct.
wait.
Wait,
All
wait,
right, show
wait.
Get
me.
the
Isn't
Where?
Quran
Jesus a
correct.
prophet? How many of you guys are Muslim? Because I haven't heard any of you say peace be
Show,
upon him.
show where it says Jesus decides. The judgment on judgment day.
We've done this a million times, bro. This is
Show
getting
it.
boring.
Show it.
Dude,
Show
you
it
should
then.
know this, bro. Come on, dog.
Cam,
Show it. Show it.
No,
Then
Cam,
why do
show
I
it.
have to show you
Cam,
your own fucking book, bro?
Because you're saying something about the book. So then show
Cam,
it. Where it doesn't
Cam,
say
It's
that.
your
Cam,
Show it.
book. It's,
Cam. We've had much more intelligent people than you who
Can you
practice
show
your
it then?
faith,
You're making a claim. Can you show the
and
claim?
they've all admitted that. And you know, they had a
Okay.
really
Can you
good
show it then?
loophole. They had a good loophole, but they were at least intellectually honest. You're
Okay.
pretending it's not in
You
there.
said that Jesus decides people's where they go on judgment day. Can you show it then? This is what you're saying. I
You
can't
know what,
find it
Cam?
if it
How
doesn't say
about
in
this,
this book.
Cam? To make it less boring, just for you, okay? After this call, I will
You're
post it
making a
on my,
claim.
I will
You can't even
post it
show the
on my
claim.
Twitter for you, and I'll tag you. How about that?
All right, but
Okay.
It's a hadith. It's a hadith that says it. It says
that doesn't even make
from
sense.
that's Al Bukhari.
it
It's one
doesn't.
of your most authentic hadiths. It says
We
by
all know.
him in whose hands my
Every
hold on.
Muslim knows that Allah is
Cam,
the
I'm
final
telling
decider.
Cam, I'm quoting your holy
What's
writings.
up?
By him in whose hands my soul is, Jesus will descend and will judge mankind justly. And this is Al Bukhari. This is one of your most authentic hadiths.
All right. Oh, bro, you guys are so stupid. Yeah, he's gonna come back and. Okay, listen.
Are
Listen.
you
He's gonna
kidding
come
me,
back.
bro?
Listen. Leo, can I speak before you guys like try to butt in? Just let me speak, bro. Because I was
Are you
Christian
gonna
before, and I
correct him?
understand. Just let me
Are,
speak.
are you gonna
Yes,
correct the hadith?
no. I'm explaining it. Yes, he's gonna come down and judge people, not
Oh,
on
so why
Judgment
are you
Day.
pretending earlier that that wasn't
Listen,
there?
yo.
What the
How?
hell? Now you know?
Let
Now
me
you
speak,
remember?
bro. Why are you butting in? Just let me speak
Cam,
and
how
finish
are
my
you
sentence.
remembering all of a sudden?
Can I finish my sentence? You're just butting in. Can I finish my sentence? Yo, this guy's like a grown child. You remember? Actually,
Sound like
you
a
remember
woman,
me?
bro.
I met you in
Earlier you were playing dumb. Earlier you were
no.
playing dumb.
No, I'm
Now
answering the
you're
question.
remembering
Can you
the
stop?
whole hadith.
No, I can I explain the thing for you? Can I finish my sentence? Like when? Like
The point is, Cam, the point I'm making is
can I finish my
it's
sentence?
really boring if you're gonna do
Yo,
that.
you're
It
the
doesn't say that, but let me explain why it says
bro.
that.
I'm
Like,
explaining
come
it, but you
on,
keep
dude.
cutting me off. Let me
At
just
least
finish my sentence,
apologize
bro.
for wasting our time.
Bro, okay, yes, Jesus is going to come back and judge just like how all the other prophets judge people, but it's not on Judgment
Huh?
Day. Jesus is going to come back and say, "You guys are wrong. You guys should not be worshiping me. You guys should worship God alone."
Yeah,
That
that's
is
the
judging
best
people,
compliment
but
I've ever heard.
it's not him deciding, "Oh, on Judgment Day you're going to heaven. You're not. You're going to hell."
So that's
All
how
right,
you interpret that?
that's the truth.
Why did you
All right,
stutter?
huh?
Why did you stutter? That's the truth.
Bro, you're such a child, bro. This is so
Yo,
stupid.
Cam,
Like
you seem like a cool dude. I'm not gonna lie, but you sound very feminine, bro. You're
bro,
like,
it's late at night.
I feel you. I
I'm
feel you,
literally
but I don't
I'm
know.
laying down
It's
in my bed
Cam, can
talking.
you explain something to me? Like, I'm not here to spend all my.
I just
No,
explained
you're
what you were
doing
talking about.
great. You're totally converting me, bro. I'm ready to
yeah.
pour
I don't need
more sand on my flip flop. But yo, can you explain to me about that 72 virgins thing? Like, do I have an eternal erection in heaven?
I don't know anything about that, bro.
Ah, cool.
So did I answer your question?
Fuck some
Because
white bitches in
that was
heaven.
easy.
Hold on, I'm about to convert. Keep going. What else do you know?
I was gonna say.
Why did Muhammad shove his tongue down a little boy's throat?
That's a good
Okay, we're done
question.
here. We're done. We're done here.
That
We're done
was
here.
the easiest question.
Hey, Cam,
That was like what?
how's it feel to have Sonny Faz attack Christianity every day,
All
and
right,
now
okay. So
people attacking your
I answered
religion?
your
How does
question
that
easily.
feel? How does
So
that make you feel?
how did God die?
Are you
Okay,
saying
let's hear it.
are you saying Allah is limited?
Bro, God is eternal.
Bro,
Do you not know what
hold on. Are
eternal
you saying
means?
God can do anything or not?
God can do everything, and that's
Except,
as long as it doesn't contradict his nature. God
oh,
can't make
the
mistakes. Are
Muhammad
you
is
saying
So
God
God.
can
he
make
is
mistakes?
limited then.
But can you say? Are you saying God can make mistakes?
Yeah, you're saying he's limited. We got it.
Bro, you're so dumb.
That's
You're
not
so
really
You
dumb,
even
said
bro.
yeah,
a good
he's
argument.
not limited, but he's limited, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It can't. If he God can't do anything that's against his nature. Can God die? Can God stop existing? No, he can't.
But can that's not a good argument.
Yeah,
If you want
Yes, it
to if you
is.
want to
Cam,
prove as
if
a
you want
Muslim,
to
that's
be
not a good
Cam,
argument.
if you want to have like zero anxiety when you speak of spirit, your answer should always be God can do anything.
Can God make mistakes? No, he can't.
How is it a mistake though? What I don't understand that.
I'm asking you just a general question.
Cam,
Can
Cam,
God make a mistake?
Cam, you
Can God not
cannot.
know something? No, he can't.
Cam, God can do anything. Do not eat the snake tail. You should say it right now. It'll make you feel healthy. Say God can do anything. Say it. Why
God
can't
can
you
do
say it?
anything as long as it doesn't
Oh,
What
go
the
against his nature.
fuck is wrong with
that's
you?
crazy, bro.
Why are you saying as long? Who are you? Who are you?
Can
Are you
God make
are
mistakes?
you a
I'm asking you this
Satanist?
question.
Why don't you just finish this? Say God can do anything.
Can God make mistakes?
No,
No,
he
he
can't
can't.
even
What
say it.
the
He can't even
fuck is
say it.
wrong? You hate your own creator?
Bro,
Everyone should be able to say this. God can do anything.
Including preserving his
That
word,
is
which he
scared.
did.
That is
yeah, I
ego
did. You
right
preserved
there.
the word in the
That
Quran.
is
That's why we have
ego
millions of
right
people
there.
So
Cam's
but
remember.
you
ego is
claim that
overdeveloped.
he let he let his word get corrupted, right? Because Muhammad confirmed, right, the Injil, and you believe that he allowed it to be corrupted,
No, humans corrupted it.
right? And are you saying that God also cannot preserve his own
He
word?
did with the Quran. That's why we have millions of people that remember it. And I
His
personally have
word
friends. I
was
know
the
people
Injil.
that remember the whole
Okay, let's
Quran.
go over this again. His word is the Injil, and you're saying that God allowed humans to corrupt his word,
Yeah, people corrupted the word.
which is exactly why we're saying you don't believe that God is not limited.
Well, I don't know about that, Jacosta. I don't really get what you're saying here.
He's basically saying that that God is limited, right? Including
No,
God cannot preserve his word because he believes the Injil
no, I'm
was
saying God
corrupted.
can't do anything that's outside of his nature.
But uh,
True,
what?
but you believe the Injil, God's word, was corrupted, so you believe that he can't preserve his word correctly.
He didn't. He didn't for the NGO and the Torah.
So you're saying that humans are able to thwart God's will and his word?
I mean, so basically, like just for those the Torah and the NGO, yes, humans
Right.
corrupted it. So
Well,
obviously
but that's
God
God's
allowed it.
word.
Obviously
No.
God allowed that.
So you believe humans corrupted God's word. It's very simple.
Yes, humans went out of their way to corrupt God's word, but with the Quran, he didn't.
Right. Right. So he okay. So you believe that he can't preserve his own word.
No, he can't. He did with the Quran, but
No, I
everything's a
mean he
test, right?
didn't.
So
He didn't.
the
I mean, you're saying he
I mean,
didn't preserve his word.
Jacosta, this is where you agree to disagree. You're not going to just keep going in circles, you two.
I just want to see how far he
You
would
guys
go,
can
like
agree
defending
to
that. But you're right.
you guys can agree to disagree here because
Okay,
it does
true,
go in
true, true.
circles.
And the reason why I say that is because his own prophet confirmed that the Injil was God's word. So, and
yeah,
then in the same breath, he said that God cannot cannot allow his word to be corrupted. So it's weird, it's just odd,
no.
but
He sent
odd
He
logic.
gave the Torah to
Yeah,
Moses and then Jotobot to Jesus,
correct.
and humans corrupted it. And everything's a test. Like so, if humans corrupt it,
Genius.
that's a test for the humans, and they mess that up.
Is
That's their problem.
is
With the
Christianity
Quran, the
is
final revelation,
is
uncorrupted.
Cam? I'm
That
curious.
The
Cam,
Cam,
Torah and the
uncorrupted.
Injil, it didn't say
Cam,
that his
why
word
does
wouldn't
your
be
prophet
uncorrupted.
say in Surah 547, dude? He says like he's let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has revealed. He's literally saying that the gospel is a source of guidance. So why would he say that something that's corrupted? Why would he refer to something that's corrupted as a source of guidance?
The Bible is corrupted. The Injil is completely different.
We
Do you
came
you
before
realize
you, way
Muhammad
before you,
had
bro.
the Muhammad had the New Testament. You know that, right? During his time, the New Testament was already written. So what else was he
But the
referring
New
to?
Testament
Cam?
isn't the word of God. It's
But the
corrupted
New
by humans.
Testament was confirmed to be the word of God
He's
by
talking about
Muhammad.
the Injil that Bible had, that Jesus had.
Okay, and it was
He's not
already
talking about the
written by
Bible.
the time, by Muhammad's time. The New Testament was already fully written.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the New
We're
Testament isn't
talking
the word of
over
God.
600 years after.
Yo, Cam.
What's up? You guys are all getting murdered, by the way.
Oh,
All of you guys.
You're
This
not
isn't
getting
fair.
murdered.
damn,
The
he
New
murdered
Testament was
us,
written. You're
bro.
not listening to
We
me.
You
all
know what
got a
it feels
fucking
like?
camel now.
So wait, all right.
You know what
My
it
turn to
feels
ask
like,
questions.
Cam?
How does God die?
Cam,
My
you know
turn,
what it
because you guys
feels
are all
like?
getting
The
bodied.
Greek
Cam,
New
hold on, guys.
Testament
Hold on. Cam,
was
Cam,
written.
you know what it feels like? It feels like if you guys are the DLC package of, religions worldwide. If you guys are the DLC, how are you claiming? How are you claiming to have the full monologue and story? Like, wouldn't we have the story and you guys are a DLC?
No, we're the seal.
Mm-hmm.
They're the seal.
Yep.
Yo,
Hey, how do you know? How do you know that Muhammad saw a vision in a cave?
So basically, this is how we trust Muhammad.
Mm,
You see, in the Quran, there are facts, there are scientific facts that cannot come from someone from his
mm,
time. It's literally impossible. It's literal facts that scientists are proving today. Like
mm.
Prophet Muhammad
What
could not
facts?
have known that. Um,
No. I asked you, how do you know that he saw a vision in a cave? Not
let
how
me
do you know you can
explain
trust
this.
Muhammad?
Let me explain, bro. Trust me. I was Christian. I was rejecting Islam too. I came, bro. Trust me. I didn't even want to be Muslim, bro. I didn't, bro. The
you
reason
got
why I
raped
became Muslim,
too?
listen. No,
All
no,
right,
no. Listen,
bro,
listen.
come on.
If you're sincere, bro, you're going to become Muslim. If you're not sincere, if you want to make little jokes like little kids,
How do you
like this is a
know
I
this is
hate
a game,
that
bro.
he
This is this
jokes.
is
saw a
your
vision in a cave?
this is your
Because
self.
no. But
This
this
is
is this
not a
is
joke, bro.
important.
You guys are making little jokes
This is
like this
very
is your
important,
literal
Cam. This is very
salvation,
important.
bro.
I hate
This is your
jokes, Cam.
eternity.
This is
I
very
hate them.
yes. It's very important,
This is
bro.
serious,
I am
bro.
autistic. I'm autistic about this. I'm telling you. I've looked at every angle. How do you know that Muhammad had a vision in a
All
cave?
right. Can I? All right. So I'm gonna speak. I hope you
I'm not
don't
gonna
cut me
lie,
off. And
Costa. That's got to be the dumbest question I've ever
Yeah,
heard. Like, why are you
listen,
I
like?
got a good
It's
one.
I'm
not.
being
listen.
It's
No,
serious,
no.
not.
with
You
It's
know
a
Costa.
very
why?
good
You know
I
question.
why,
got a good
Why
Zerka?
one
would
here.
you even?
You know,
What is
Zerka.
the point of
I'll explain
asking
why.
that?
It's a good
I'll
question.
ask.
It's a good
I'll
question.
answer that.
I
I'll
used
It's
answer
to
a
I
that.
used to
Very
question
horrific
that
simple.
too
I
when I was
question.
Christian.
Hold on,
You
Cam.
know,
Hold on, Cam.
Cam,
Let
Cam
me
is
answer
gonna
Zerka.
say, what about the vision in
No,
Damascus?
no,
And
no, no,
it's
no.
gonna go.
Trust me,
No.
bro.
He's
What the
not. But
fuck?
he's not going to say that, Zerka.
Bro,
Here's
bro.
why.
I was
Here's why
Christian before.
exactly.
I
Cam,
understand
give me
your
1 second.
perspective. Let me just talk, bro.
Cam, let me just respond to Zerka. They have different standards of preservation. You
Oh,
understand
is
that?
this the Jay
We don't.
Dyer argument?
No. They have different complete mental standards towards how they trust their holy books
I know.
compared to
I know.
Christians. So
I'm
I'm
saying it
using
gets
their
repetitive.
logic.
I know that they point at the Bible and they
Yeah.
Let me
say
speak.
use that, but don't use it. Yeah, I know.
The
Yeah.
fact of the
No, no,
matter
no,
is
no, no.
this,
Yeah.
Cam.
Yo,
Jesus,
can I
hold on.
speak?
I just want to
He asked
say
me,
this.
yo.
I just want to say this.
Okay.
Jesus
Before
was.
I want to answer the question
Why was Jesus mentioned in your Quran, but
because he's a
no
prophet
one
of God.
ever mentions anything about your prophet in our Bible? Why is that? And why is he mentioned also more times than your prophet, than your own prophet? It's a two-parter.
But what does that have to do with it being the truth or not?
Well,
If Jesus, if
it's just
Muhammad
funny
wasn't
that it all
mentioned in the
goes
Bible, it
back to
doesn't.
the Bible, it seems like.
No, they're all the only way they can measure truth is preservation. That's it. Preservation. That's literally all it
Wait,
is.
I wanted to answer the question Jukasa had
Well,
about the angel in the cave. So this is how we trust that Prophet Muhammad is a messenger of God. So basically, during the time of Prophet Muhammad, he would have revelations that would come true. Current revelations for his time, and revelations that are coming true now. So like for example, how would he know that space is growing, and scientists are proving that today? How would he know that? It's literally impossible.
nah,
How would he know?
What the fuck?
How would he know that?
Okay. This is so
How
dumb
would he know
because
that
you're.
the embryology of a child? It's
But this is
literally
not. This is
impossible.
not your.
But
This is not what you're
It is
how did
literally
okay?
impossible
How did the
for him to
Quran?
know that. It is
How did the
impossible.
Quran? How did the Quran know that the sun
How would he
sets?
know
The
that
sun
the
sets
barefoot
in a
Bedouin
muddy
Arabs
puddle.
would find treasures from the
Bro,
ground
your
and
Quran
become
says
wealthy off
that
of
the
that and be
sun,
big? Bro,
Cam,
it's impossible.
Jamaica. Yo, the sun
yo,
says. This, I mean, the Quran
How would he
says
know?
the
He
Quran.
literally
Hold
proved
on, Cam,
the
please
Big
don't
Bang
do
theory.
this.
He literally said that
Okay,
everything was
we gotta
in
mute
a
you,
single
bro. We
unit
gotta
All
and
mute the
Bible
black
floating
guy.
prophets
We gotta
like
mute him.
ever-expanding.
predicted things.
Okay, Cam. How do
How
we
do you
know?
deny this?
Cam. How?
It's imp-
If we're gonna do this,
if you're sincere, you don't be
if
Muslim,
we're
bro.
gonna do this, why does the Quran say the sun sets in a muddy puddle?
That's genius.
Yeah,
The sun sets and the money put.
yeah. Explain that one. If we're gonna do this every verse by verse, like this is getting boring.
Bro,
The
it
thing
says,
is, like, Cam,
it
the
says
reason
speaking
why this
facts. It
doesn't
says
make
this is
sense is
boring.
because then you would believe the Bible. If you use that logic, you would believe the Bible. Muslims don't use that logic. You're not speaking from a Muslim standpoint. You
Bro,
sound like a Christian
there's
trying to
different.
prove Islam.
It's
I
just the
want.
fact that there's
This is not
different.
Islam
Just the
at all.
fact that there's different Bibles proves it's not perfect. But the
What
Bible
different
can never be
Bibles?
perfect. You can never claim that the Bible's perfect. If there's multiple versions,
Cam, I have
Well,
Isaiah
which is
translations?
the
predicted
perfect
gravity.
version? If some verses are out, which one? How is it perfect? If
Are you
some are
talking
Bro,
about
in,
Isaiah
translations,
predicted
dude? It's the
gravity,
same
Cam.
Bible.
Cam, Isaiah predicted gravity. So do you believe in the Bible now? Like, that's not a good argument because that's not how you argue truth
we
in
don't
Islam.
deny everything that's in the Bible.
Just some of
No,
it.
that's
I
such
just
crap.
got. I
Oh
We
my
just.
don't.
god, such
Are you
crap.
dumb?
It just goes
But
Are
back
you
to
that's
this
dumb?
at
just
the end of the
that's
day, Cam. We could say all this and
not true.
that, pull up every verse, but you know, Jesus Christ was perfect,
All right,
right?
Taylor, go ahead. Taylor, you're a
And
woman.
your
Go ahead.
You
prophet
guys
was
still
not.
haven't explained to me how did God die? You
Yeah,
guys still haven't
It,
explained.
Taylor,
How did
go.
can't
God
admit
die?
it takes
You can
faith.
talk
It
to
takes faith
Cam.
to
See
believe
if
in
you
Islam.
guys, maybe you guys can find some common ground. And Cam, talk to Taylor a bit because I feel like a white woman will help you come back to her.
Taylor, how did God die?
The same way he resurrected. He can do anything.
Wait, how is God born?
Yo, check this out. Check this out, right? Let me just say this. If I brought to you the argument of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, would you say thank you for explaining it to me, or are you gonna keep doing the million questions? Kind of.
Explain it to me. Explain it to me.
Yeah, you want to do a million questions with me?
Explain the Trinity.
Sure. Okay, we've got the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Okay. So wait, didn't Jesus pray to God?
Sure.
Okay. Does God pray to Jesus?
It's the Father.
No.
Nothing you're
No.
saying
It's
No,
disproves the
he
Cam. It's
doesn't.
Bible.
the
I know he doesn't.
Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. The Son to the Father. I,
This is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing.
right.
Well,
Well, how
dude,
are
you
you?
have to
How?
understand
Hold on, hold on,
Jesus
hold
is
on.
You're
fully
gonna
Cam,
get
Cam,
God,
destroyed
and
by
Cam,
one
Cam.
person.
How are
dude,
you?
dude,
Cam. How are you having trouble
Wait,
understand?
Zerka, can you
I'm this.
Zerka, make
I'm.
sure you save this. Zerka,
Cam,
make
Cam.
sure you don't delete this, bro.
We're not. We love that you said God is limited and He can do anything but. Right?
Yeah, he can't make mistakes.
He can't do
And he
something.
also can't die.
He can't do something.
God can't
Allah.
die.
Let me get this
Oh,
on. Let me get this. Let me get this straight. Allah cannot do something.
God can't stop existing.
Just say Allah cannot do that. Right?
You're trying to make me,
Is
seems
bro.
like
it
Cam knows more
blasphemy?
than God.
Well,
Cam,
obviously
you
No, I
he
don't.
believe
does.
that God can't become a man, but we believe that God can. Like, so who has the bigger God?
No,
God
Cam,
is
Cam.
perfect. So God is perfect. Man isn't perfect. How can God become not perfect?
I don't know. Asking us to
No,
describe infinity is probably the funniest thing I've ever heard on a podcast. But Cam, I gotta say this: if Sonny Faz converted you to being a Muslim, wouldn't that be?
No.
You said that,
That's not
right?
how it works.
and
That's not how it works. I was learning through Sneeko, and I was considering it, and I ran into him in Miami. I was like, "Yo, I've been considering Islam," and then he said we talked for a little bit, and then I took 2 days later took my shahada.
Okay, so was it
It's not
so
like, oh,
or Sonny?
Sonny. It's not like, oh, Sonny's Muslim. I want to be
But
Muslim. No, bro.
Okay,
Cam,
but
who
but
had
Cam,
the biggest
it doesn't.
effect on you? Was it Sneeko?
I think no. It was more like the people that Sneeko brought on,
Okay, so like the imams and.
the Warner,
Okay,
Sheikh Ahmad, Muslim Lantern.
yeah, Warner's cool. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to insult you. I'm actually curious because you came in here and said you took the thing with Sonny.
Yeah, it's my boy.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right.
Cam, do you believe that it takes faith to believe in Islam?
Mm, I think it's like I wouldn't. consider it faith. Like we know this is the truth, undeniable. It's literally just
Okay,
undeniable.
so well, what we do too, but we still acknowledge that faith is needed.
No,
So,
we
but that's
know
why
it's the truth.
I brought up the cave. You know, because you speak about like that you don't need faith, but you believe that he saw a vision in a cave. How do you believe that without faith?
And this is how I explain this. We believe that Prophet Muhammad is the truth because of the revelations that prove that he's a prophet from God. And so once you know that he's a prophet from God, you can trust him
And how do you know that the spirit was an angel?
because we trust the prophet. We trust Muhammad because
So
of his
you trust
revelations.
equals faith. You're basically using a synonym for faith. I trust.
Yeah,
Your faith. You're having faith,
look,
placing
because
faith.
look, we see his revelations and we know this is like undeniable that he's a prophet from God. So since he's a
Bro, that's
prophet from
exactly
God,
why we believe the
we know he's
scriptures.
not a liar.
That's exactly synonymous with how we believe in the scriptures. We look at these prophets, we look at prophecy. Even in Revelation, Jesus revealed all this prophecy and everything's coming true. It's clear, but you haven't studied deep enough to understand prophecy
Yo,
to have
Kim.
faith. I think that's really
Yo,
at
What's
the end of
good?
the day.
how long were you
Really.
Christian for?
I was born Christian, and then I was atheist, and now I was agnostic, and then I was Christian again for like 2 years, and then I went back. I converted to
But
revert.
what about it specifically where you like I'm out?
Uh, the part where God died, the part where there's three gods in one.
So you never
None of those are in the Bible. God resurrected in the Bible.
Wait. Hold on. The Trinity shook you, but God having two left feet didn't throw you off?
Look. Similar to how a clock has hands and we have hands, it's not the same thing.
what?
You have to be intellectually
Bro,
sincere.
that makes zero
I've never
sense.
heard that. I've never heard that one.
Yes, it does. If you, it's not the same. His hands, God's hands. It's not
That's
like
like
our
a good
hands. It's not like he
slogan
has
though. That's
actual
a
hands.
good Muslim slogan. I'm gonna save that one.
It's true.
Yeah. What do you, so you're
You have to
saying that
be
they're not feet, right? Okay.
similar to the clock has hands and how we have hands.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing. You can't compare the
How
two.
many cubits was your God? How many cubits?
Sorry,
How many cubits tall was your God? I think we can AI that one.
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
How many cubits does your God add up to?
What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, I'm so confused.
Yeah, he's referring to a hadith. Talks about the cubits.
I haven't heard that, bro. I
It's
haven't
about
heard everything.
measurements of God.
I haven't read every single hadith, bro.
Oh.
Well, that's the. But you took your shahada, right? You
I have to know
profess.
everything about the religion to take my
You
shahada, to know
don't
that
But
hold on,
that's
God is
yeah.
one
But
and
that's really the
God
problem,
can't die.
honestly.
You don't know how tall they say your God is? Like you guys measured your God. Like we have a height.
I don't know how tall God is, bro.
Why don't,
I don't know what to
why
tell
don't you
you.
Google how many cubits your God is? Because I forgot. I need you to remind me.
I don't know.
Why? What the hell? Like you can Google it.
I'm good, bro.
So the
I don't need to know how
Trinity
tall
didn't
God
make
is, bro.
sense, but the pulling out
Wait. You don't
the
need.
ruler is where you
Wait.
draw the line.
Bro.
Wait, Cam. Did you say you don't need knowledge?
But Jocasta, can
You
you
don't.
help me with the cubits thing?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. They describe. I mean, like there's measurements, right? Of Allah, I think, right? In a authentic hadith, where like it speaks about certain cubit lengths
Mhm.
and there's certain measurements. But he would defend that, right? Because he believes in hadiths to be what? You believe in the men that wrote the hadiths were like perfectly preserved it? Is that what it
I
is?
never even heard of that in my life.
Okay, but you believe in the cave story. The cave story is hadith. You know that, right? Not the Quran.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so you believe in the hadiths being God's word.
It depends on the hadith,
But how do you determine that?
You gotta ask.
the chain of narrations.
You gotta ask.
So
So
some are inspired, some are maybe not. Some are kind of medium strength. Then they're strong if it's strongest.
You know, some hadiths are just a complete lie, right?
why
Uh,
do you have
I
I
know,
thought it
but
was perfectly
What?
preserved.
I said some hadiths
Is that
are
because
you can't
but the
wait?
trust
Is
funny
that
all
because
hadiths.
one of the great names of your God is
If it's something that I
is it the
haven't
great
heard before, then it's
deceiver?
definitely not like something that's that important. If I haven't heard
Who is
before,
the great deceiver? The great deceiver.
That's an interesting one, Zerka.
Yeah, I mean, we just don't know Arabic. That's the problem.
I'm actually learning Arabic right now. It's a fun process.
Really?
Yeah,
You're
it's pretty cool.
Jeez.
yeah.
Am I in too deep?
I mean,
Okay, so there's a word and there's an Arabic word in the Quran describing Allah, right, as the greatest planner. But that word in Arabic can mean different things, right? Planner, deceiver, and then they think it's like one other word. And obviously, of course, through tafsir, through scholars, they assume it to be the more positive adjective, right? But it's interesting why the fact that there's that there's multiple meanings to that word that can have serious implications.
Jacosta, you're thinking
I
of
think
mockery.
Jocasta, Jocasta, it goes hand in hand with their prophet being confused by a demon, right? It kind of goes hand in hand with that.
Yeah, no, 100. Here's the thing, like, it's hard for me because I really do try to be respectful. I really like, but when it comes to like debating, then I get a little more serious. Um, it is very true, and I even told this on the space to Sneeko, like respectfully. Obviously, he asked me. He said, "Who do you think the spirit was that came to Muhammad?" I said, "You really want me to say it?" He's like, "Yeah, go ahead." I said, "A demon." Why?
Nico said
He
this.
was like, "Oh, why?"
Wait,
Well,
Jocasta,
the
just to
reason,
be more fair, you should
yeah,
say why you think that. It's not because you're like some Christian zealot.
yeah, exactly. I'm not like so anti, like I hate it. No, it's simply because what angel has ever physically assaulted someone?
Exactly.
And let's, I mean, like, but let's just be real. Like
You-
using intimidation tactics to get something across,
We can talk
especially
about.
something as
I know about this.
profound.
I've heard about this. I know the
Yeah,
explanation
yeah,
for
no, no,
this.
but I know it very well too, Cam. And I've spoken to actual imams about this and sheikhs.
yeah, I want to hear.
So
I
like
want to hear.
anything you
Like, what
say,
did they
I've
say?
heard.
They
So
say
this is what they say. They say, brother, it's not
no,
the
no,
the,
no.
the
Shut
word
up,
the
bro.
word they
Brother,
said.
brother.
Jocasta,
Okay,
I'll
be a
explain
little
it.
fair here. Why you
also
gotta make it all
I'll
race
explain it.
motivated?
I,
I'll explain it.
hey, I'm just, it's just a little entertainment.
I'll
I'm just
explain
joking
it.
around,
No,
but
no, you're good. I'll explain it
hold
though.
on, Cam. So the actual text is translated to, the angel squeezed him, right? Like he squeezed him right after Muhammad did not want to recite it. He didn't cooperate, so the angel squeezed him. The angel Gabriel, our famous angel Gabriel, our beloved, but
Hey,
the imam says,
squeeze,
yeah,
nigga.
All right, let me
yeah,
explain it. I'll explain it.
the
I
imam
know.
the imam said, no, wait, hold
Yikes.
on, I'm telling the story. And the imam said, he's like, oh, but brother, he hugged him. He
All
hugged
right,
him really tightly.
bro. Let me.
And I said that's not what the Arabic word means. It doesn't mean hug. And why would he hug him so tightly that he became afraid?
Okay,
Who's
wait.
afraid of a hug?
Let me speak. Let me speak. Let me
No,
speak.
no, but who is mortified of a hug, bro?
Okay,
Come
okay,
on, like,
okay.
let's be real. The word squeeze means intimidation.
All right. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. If you're just
Yeah, let's be honest.
if you're if an angel of God comes to you, you're gonna be nervous, bro. No matter what, it's something that you had never seen before.
Yes,
You're
no,
gonna
I
be nervous.
understand, but I understand that.
Especially if
But
he
if
So
he
what he
molests
hugs,
did.
you.
So if you're startled,
but especially if he squeezes him very
look.
tightly.
If you're startled
Yeah,
and someone like if you're like shivering or shaking and someone like hugs you and tries to hold you like so you stop shaking like
bro,
Cam,
stop it.
Cam,
That's not what. Yo,
Cam,
bro, you're not reading the
Cam,
context.
do you
You're
play? Do
not.
you play basketball?
like ever like if your boy's tripping out and you're like yo
Cam,
chill
Cam.
out and you grab him by the shoulders just like
Yeah,
shaking like
that's
chill
fine.
out.
You guys, I get it. But Cam, do you
That's
play?
the best you've got,
Cam, do you
really.
play basketball?
That's basically what we mean by that like he
That's a
hugged him.
lie, bro. You just lied out your
Cam,
No,
mouth,
I did
bro.
Cam,
not.
Come
That's
on.
literally
you Cam,
what
do you play
I've
basketball?
learned.
Do you play basketball?
What? No, I played soccer.
Okay, so you never played
Not based.
basketball. You never tested your vertical. How many cubits high?
No.
All right, let's go, Pearl. Join the temple.
What up, Pearl?
So,
What's
are you
good,
guys?
Pearl?
Hi.
What's up?
Pearl,
What's
Are
up,
you
bro?
guys?
Pearl.
Are you guys debating religion?
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
Cam
destroying
came
all
in
of them.
here and he said, the Trinity. That's
I'm destroying
proven
all.
by every scholar in history that the Trinity doesn't make sense. But by God having two left feet, I mean, he's pretty like
Wait, Pearl.
that's
Well,
totally.
no,
Pearl, how did God
Zerka,
die?
he also thinks that God is limited.
Yeah.
I
That was
don't.
another thing.
How
I
did
don't
God die?
understand.
How did God die, bro?
Wait, could I? I actually have a
Wait, can I
more
ask Pearl a
general.
question? How did God die?
I don't know.
Uh, hey, wait.
I have a
Hey, Pearl.
more.
Pearl, have you ever been totally afraid of a like absolutely mortified, when someone like that you love hugged you?
No.
Have you been mortified, like it's scared? No,
Okay,
right? Logically speaking. But okay, that's the
Wait,
only
I
point,
have
Cam. Go,
a.
go ahead. Go
I
ahead. Go
don't.
ahead.
I don't understand how any of you are like sure about a religion. Like, I don't
They're not.
understand.
One of them
I
pretends to
don't.
be a Muslim and mention prophets. I
No,
never heard once, peace
I
be
just don't
upon him.
under. I always see like really religious people, and I'll think like there's people way smarter than me that have studied this stuff for years, and they
it's not
all
even about.
argue with
You
I
each
just have
thought
to
you
be
were
other.
sincere.
Catholic, bro.
It's not even about
Well,
being
I'm
smart.
not.
It's about
I'm
just
not.
being
I am
sincere
like. I guess
and seeking for the truth.
I'm
That's
like
it.
Catholic, but I just like I'm not a good one, you know.
Oh,
I'm like
Hey, let's make it.
I'm not that religious, but I just
Let's
always
add one
I
more
never
Muslim to
understood
make it
like
more even.
I would hear people like argue about religion and stuff, and I would always wonder like how are you guys so sure? Like you don't think you could be wrong?
But do you see
Theology is
like
literally a profession. It's insane.
Cam, did you grow up?
do you wonder like
Cam, did you
why
grow up
Muslims are
with
like
a?
we
Did you grow up with a
you
father
don't
and a
wonder like why
mixer?
Muslims like don't fear death? Like
Cam, yeah,
we are
yeah, sure
so
they don't.
convinced.
Sure they don't. Yeah.
You have like
Okay.
such truth
Yeah,
like
we
and
don't
conviction
either.
in our
What's your
religion. Like
point?
we literally
Christians don't
do
fear
not
death
fear death,
either.
bro.
The
Cam,
Bible literally says, "Do not be afraid."
I
365
don't
times. What's your
know.
point?
I know a lot of
But it's
people
not
like
like, bro. It's not the same. Like the fear that we have of God and the trust that we have compared
why,
to Christians is not even the
why,
same,
are
bro.
you talking about because you guys like
take the
bomb? Are you
blade and
talking
slit
about
their
because you
throat.
like bomb people and stuff? Is that what you
yeah?
mean?
Where does it say in
What's
the
the
ground
flex?
of bomb people
Cam,
like to bomb people?
what's the flex?
Well, that's what I thought you were talking about.
Cam, what's the flex? Because there's about a zillion of you Indonesians who shit your pants, and you guys are all Muslim too, right?
I just don't like. I don't because I've spoken to a lot of really intelligent people in their religions, right? Like I've spoken to really intelligent Muslims and I've spoken to really intelligent like Catholics, like people that have been like studying this stuff. 'Cause I interview a lot of people, and they all can make like very good cases where I understand like why they believe what they believe, but I never understood like I find that a lot of religious people have this like, and I'm not saying you guys do, you may not, I don't know any of you that well, but they tend to have like a really big ego and they all just really, really think they're right. And I'm like, none of you have like a slight doubt that
Yeah, some
you
people
could be
they just want to feel
wrong,
better than people. But like
you
I
know?
know like you guys like to make jokes and stuff like that. Like I like to make jokes too. It's funny, but like at the end of the day, like we're actually going to die, and we have to like there's
So
something after
what?
this for sure.
So what?
Like do you
So
guys
Are you
what?
think
scared of
Like you,
death?
So
do
what?
you guys
no,
What
I'm
is
just
this
saying like
death vibe? What are you so
you have
scared
to be
about?
like convinced in your religion.
do you guys I mean, do you guys
You
think
should be
there's
convinced in your religion.
yeah, but do you think there's like any possibility you could be wrong? Any?
No,
What?
we
Like
don't.
Are
We
you
don't.
I
kidding me,
Like
Cam? Are
like
you
undeniable,
actually gonna be
yeah.
that guy?
undeniable,
I feel like when
undeniable.
people say that it's because they fear like going
Yeah,
to
it's a
hell.
death
Like
drive. It's
I
like
don't
a
really
womanly death drive.
well, I don't know. I'm like I
Uh,
don't really believe you, no offense. And it
yeah,
makes me like
nobody
trust
believes it.
you.
Like he doesn't
No,
even
like
believe
it
it
makes
himself.
like when people say they can't be wrong, it makes me like think you're like
Yeah,
lying.
it's super,
I
super
don't know
thin.
you, so I'm not saying you are, you
Why
are.
would God leave us heedless? Why would the Creator leave us heedless? If you're sincere and you look for the truth, He's
Sounds
gonna give it
hurt.
to you.
Sounds hurt.
I don't think you're
Yeah,
sincere,
but
big dog.
if that were true, then like you're basically by implying that you're saying that anyone else who has a different like religious idea than you is insincere. Like that's
Yeah,
kind of what.
that's
But
wild.
like
Yeah, I am.
yeah, and yeah, I
Cam, do
mean at
you not
least you own
realize
it.
how
But
you sound?
You guys still haven't. You guys still haven't
Cam,
explained how
I'll
God
tell you how
died.
you
You guys
sound.
believe God died. Can you just explain that?
Yeah,
Nah.
okay, bro. Okay, Cam,
like I
you
just
sound.
don't. I don't
Here's
know.
how you
But then
sound
the
to me,
re-
Like,
Cam.
because you don't know because it doesn't make sense. You guys are wrong. It's just that
Cam,
simple. You
what
guys are
you're
just wrong.
saying
You guys
to
can't
us
admit it.
is that you're a prophet yourself. That's why you have
No, I'm
zero
not.
doubt. You have zero doubt.
No, I'm
Cam,
not.
Judas was the son of God. He
like
wasn't
I
God.
don't.
And by the way, he got his
Do
revelation
you know
from an
where you
angel
know in the
in
Bible
Galatians
where it
1:8.
refers
It says, if
to Adam
any
as the son of
angel
God?
brings
It
another
refers
gospel,
to
then
Israel as the
let
son of
them be
God.
accursed.
Just
Look at
it
the
doesn't
verse
mean
in the
an
top.
actual son of God. It's a
This is
form of
warning us of your stuff. If an angel bring another gospel, like it did to Muhammad, let them be accursed. Also, up in the
But like,
top
how do
is the
you know
verse
you're a woman? You know what I mean? It's like
that Muhammad
yeah.
actually wore Aisha's clothing. Like he was a cross dresser,
you
dude.
know.
He said, "No revelation come to me other than when I'm in Aisha's clothing."
What?
Yeah, look right there. It's the Sahih al-Bukhari, Hadith number
Karate.
321,
I,
volume
I'm gonna need
title.
help with that one.
Zerka, do you
It's up in the top. I just put it again.
No, I'm gonna need a Muslim to explain this to me.
like when
I think
Zherka
Sonny's sleep. I think I was just talking to him, but I think Sonny's sleeping right now.
Yo, come on, bro. He's not coming
I
back.
That's where
think
the
I
tranny
think
things. That's
I
where the
think
tranny thing comes from.
I think Sonny thought I was implying he didn't get girls. I saw him like quote tweeted me,
Yeah, he said
but
that
I
about
was
me too. I'm like, what the fuck?
well, you said it, and I don't really know if he can or he can. I don't really care, but I do notice that people use like religion as a proxy for their like sexual problems, both
Yeah,
men and women.
you know, Carl.
Bro, we were just talking about that.
You know,
Yeah, I'm
Carl.
pretty sure
Carl.
some people do, but
Carl, you
some
I
people.
would
I'm
actually
not.
talk.
I
You
don't know
I'm
talk.
you
pretty
guys.
sure some
Cam,
people
you
do.
got to stop
Please.
talking with your boring ass monotone voice, like one at a time.
Bro, I'm
You're
it's two.
boring.
It's literally 3 in the morning, bro.
But Cam, when you talk, it
Okay,
sounds like you have zero
but
conviction in your voice, like zero.
Zerka,
Bro,
can't you
I'm
just
Facts.
laying down in bed, bro.
if you don't
It's
like
literally
him,
3.
if you don't like him, why don't you just remove him? Like it ends when you say it ends.
I feel like
Do you know what I mean?
then I'll be called like that guy who it's being unfair to him and shit. I don't
Do
want
you
And
remember when
and
I
I'm not
met you in
saying I
Brickell,
don't I'm not
Zerka? Do you
saying you
remember me?
I'm
We were
not
talking about
saying
like one
I'm not
second.
saying you should either.
Cam,
I'm
have
just
we
saying
met
like
before?
yeah.
But I'll post a picture.
We've
You'll
met.
remember
Have
me.
we met before, Cam?
I just
But I'll post a picture.
Why can't you answer that? What the hell? We've met.
Yes, bro.
We've met in person.
Yes, bro.
And then
You don't
what
remember
did
me?
we talk about?
We talked about like manifestation stuff like that.
Were you a Christian when I met you?
Yeah,
Oh, so now you're gonna be less cool.
yeah. I guess so.
Cam, when you say like, how long you been a Muslim for?
Like 7 months. Look, I
So
just posted it.
isn't that scary that you're saying to Pearl that you
oh
are?
my gosh.
What,
That's it. This is why religious people drive me nuts. Oh my god.
what did he post?
Oh my god. I don't. That's like me saying like
What are
how
you
can
guys
you
looking
do
at? What,
this is where like I don't
Did
know. Like
I just posted it?
everyone converts like yesterday and then uses their religion. Oh my god.
yeah, I mean Taylor, that's super interesting that you said there's cross dressing. Like, what are you talking about? I must have missed that one.
Yeah, Muhammad said he did not get revelations unless he was in Aisha's clothing, which was actually another man's wife that he took.
And
Now,
I thought women shouldn't preach,
Taylor,
but okay.
Taylor, are you saying that's initiation speak and clothing is a garment language of the astral body, etheric body, or are you saying these are physical clothes? This is not any kind of
Zerka,
spiritual
check the post. Like
initiation.
check the post.
Where?
You probably remember me.
Well,
I just posted it.
I guess it doesn't matter right now. Cam, I'm curious
Okay.
about this Aisha's clothing thing. Have you heard of this?
I've never heard of that,
Do you think this Taylor is full of shit?
bro. I know my religion like enough.
I feel like
If
she
it's like
knows more
important
than you
These
enough,
are
do.
I've
women
heard of it.
preaching about religions. It's satanical from the start.
Hmm.
I've
I just
never
think a
heard of
lot of
that, bro.
people joined real. You shouldn't just
You
join
know,
a
I gotta
religion.
ask.
You should study first.
I gotta ask. We have three women here. I'm gonna like derail a bit, but just for a quick second, have you guys ever thought like, damn, I wish I was not born a woman?
No,
No.
Oh
No.
wow.
life on easy mode.
Oh, so you
Honesty.
guys, yeah, because even men think, yeah, I don't want to be born a woman. I didn't. I thought there'd be a woman here that says like, like maybe it's a better life to be a man.
No.
Sometimes and,
No, it shows you three are healthy. You're supposed to feel
not
good about that, yeah.
like sometimes like I wish like I feel like I'm kind of weird with like um like a lot of women are like very like socially motivated and like events and like all this stuff, and sometimes I wish I was more like that, but I'm not.
Yeah, I mean,
But
bro, there's a lot of Twitch girls who they won't have a social life and they'll trade that for live streaming. That's kind of what you did, right?
no, but I
Really? I
just
feel like I gutted my social life because I want to get paid for it. You know?
um you know what, when I was doing the shows, yeah, not anymore, but when I was doing the shows, yeah.
So you guys have never thought, what's it like to be a guy? I mean, that shows you guys are healthy. I've had some women say yes, like they do think it would be more interesting of a life, like because I think like being a woman is like you're kind of just waiting till you're old to pass away. But if you're a man, there's always that fear of you could snap, you could enter psychosis, you can totally go crazy and go on a crazy one last adventure, and the police are chasing you, and you get gunned down and killed. There's always this excitement of, is the world's pressure ever gonna, get me out of this game early? And as a woman, I feel like it's a more of a waiting to grow old thing. So I always thought being a man's way more exciting when I look at it from the mental health aspect.
Yeah, I feel like it
Well,
would
I've
be
I
hard to
lived that
find
I've lived
purpose
that
as a woman.
I
Like
lived
you,
that
you only see
vicariously through
men
my
running
man.
on. You only see men running on
Zherka.
meth. They're running away naked on meth while a helicopter is filming them, and you know what I mean. You only see men have these bang outs, like these last final moments.
I wanted to. Did someone say it's hard to find purpose as a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the
I'd agree.
purpose is
I
your man's
thought,
purpose.
yeah, I
Do
think a
you think
lot.
that's facts, or what do you think about that?
Oh yeah.
Like what
So,
my men's success are also my success, and I support him, and I do what it takes for him to be at like his best, ultimate, performance, so that he can perform.
Are you sexually
yeah,
servicing
I
him?
think, do you know what I think they get wrong a lot? They
Yes.
always, and I think I got this wrong at one point too. I used to think that women's purpose was like through children, but if that was true, then why do women keep killing them?
Exactly.
What the
Like,
fuck?
no, I was thinking about this
Damn.
the other
What
day. Like, we've
the
aborted, we've
Yeah.
aborted an eighth of the world population, an eighth.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
it's
just
So,
know
crazy.
so many.
so
I'm
I
not
think
saying
it's,
children is the answer, but I do know a lot of women that were straight hoes that fucking had a baby all of a sudden. They pop out with a child, and then they're like,
well,
it seems like they're fixed. Like
no,
that's what they needed.
it has to be the guy. Like, the kid has to come from a guy they respect. A lot of hoes actually get, um, like guys, like not commitment, but like kids off of guys like that, like, I don't know, the popular, like the guys that we tend to go for, like the criminals, the popular guys,
Yeah,
whatever.
they
They
also
lock
use
them
it as an
down.
anchor
Yeah,
to keep
no,
a
they don't
guy.
lock them down. They're just like more risky, so they'll just like have unprotected sex and be a baby mama, and they're good with it. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's a good way to lock down a guy too. I
do
mean, even
do
I
if
the
don't
he
know if it's
doesn't want
women
to
like,
leave, he's kind
do
of.
the ladies here ever have maybe like sexual fantasies that pop up? I'm not saying they're like big fantasies, but I'm saying they do pop up and they're different from men's. Like, for example, do you guys ever think of, oh, if I was in World War II and I got invaded, the Nazis would just fuck me? Do you guys ever have those kind of thoughts? Like, if you were in a world war, what would happen? And sexual by exploration, too. I'm not just saying arousal. It's like you're thinking about a scenario that doesn't really happen to men. Like, you guys ever think of getting invaded by Nazis in World War II?
Well,
no.
I'm Jewish, so
Well, you for sure, right?
I'll just die if that happens.
But I mean, it doesn't pop up in your head ever as a woman, like the women in Ukraine. I'm sure they had that thought. Like
well,
when
they
the
flew
war.
to Miami and let their fucking men die behind in the
I try,
trenches while they're partying fucking billionaires. How romantic.
Okay.
I try to not like. I used to. I don't know. I try not to think about scenarios where I'll like die or like stuff like that because I don't.
Really? I think about
Yeah,
that
it's
stuff
scary.
all the time. What the hell?
I no.
It's scary. I try
Sometimes
to not think about it.
sometimes it pops up in like plane conversation, like if I'm on a plane, but
Oh
I
my
try to
god.
just like I've really tried to live in the present and not like think about that stuff because I just
Women don't really think about the future at all, hardly, though. That's the thing. It's kind of like the privilege of being a woman
Yeah.
is that you never have to
Yeah.
think about like a month
And
or
when
a
we
year down the
do,
road.
For sure.
we have massive panic attacks. So
Really?
we might as well not. Yeah, literally.
Yep. Dude, like me as a guy, it's like every time I enter a room, I have to think about like, okay, what am I gonna do if somebody comes in here with a gun? You know what I mean? Like,
Bro,
or what am I gonna do? You
Beardson,
know what I mean?
I had one girl who was so interested that I meditate on my own death that she wanted to hear about it. And I'm getting her into it, and I totally forgot that I'm talking to a woman, and she freaked the fuck out and blocked me for like a month. And I'm like, what the hell did what the fuck did she experience like very different thinking patterns. She's like calling me a devil worshiper. I'm like, whoa, relax. I'm just meditating on the way I go, and sometimes some images float up that look very familiar, like it's already happened. And I thought I was always crazy for this kind of stuff until I found out there's been a lot of people who meditate on their own death, not in a depressing way or a suicidal way, in a philosophical way. There's been like this has been documented since the start of time, and yeah, women don't do that like at all. Don't do that.
No, I hate
I
Dude,
that.
see.
Like, I avoid it at all costs. Like, I don't even
Yeah,
know
I
why I'm
see.
still here.
I see videos of like women on Instagram and shit, and they're like, yeah, when I'm around my man and I can turn my brain off. And it's like for
Yeah.
us, it's the dead opposite. We're going like
Yeah,
overdrive
I
subconsciously.
know there's a weird. Dude, I don't want to sound crazy, but when I think of death or that fear of growing old or maybe even getting killed, when I think of it, I wait for that feeling of electricity and arousal that's so overwhelming and terrifying. And to me, that's like a hit. It's kind of like a line of cocaine to me, naturally. But for women, that surge of energy actually triggers them into doing very big moves in their life, like cheat on their husband, or it's a very
Yeah.
different type of surge for women. And I know a lot of young men who they snap their minds in half from doing that. So I don't recommend the youth